This is the 14th update on the construction of the cabin. The last time we were there was in January and February of 2020, and Linda and I had a chance to buy some furniture for downstairs, put in a kitchen table and some chairs, and some sofas, and other things to begin to get the living room ready. And we were done by the end of February and coming home and planning to come back in March. But the pandemic started up. On my first trip to the supermarket, here's what some of our shelves look like. So we knew that it must be taken seriously. It was less risky for younger people, but more risky for people of our age. So we've been taking it seriously, and we haven't been back to Idaho since. We got a report from our contractor that he installed the vertical blinds in the living room. It faces south, it's blasted by the winter sun, which is in the southern sky up there. And so he got those into place, and that helped. Then Willie, our contractor, told us that they had completed the deck railing, and he sent us some photographs, and we were really happy to see how nice this looked. Some of these had been exposed with no railing for upwards of 10 months, so it was really nice to get something in there and make it feel a little more secure. In June, we got word that they were beginning to work on the exterior stonework. Keely Nielsen sent us some photographs, and the first photograph we really appreciated because it showed that they had completed the exterior paint, and this is the first time we had a chance to see what that paint looked like, and we were happy with it. But also we could see what the stonework was looking like. It was really starting off well. July was a busy month with more stonework, but also a stone staircase and a boulder retaining wall. Jared and Carrie were vacationing in Montana, and they came over for a quick visit one day. And Jared took these photographs, which allowed us to see, once again, the exterior paint better than we'd been able to see it before, as well as the nice job that they were doing on that stonework. And here's their little helper checking things out. Here he is upstairs, and here he's giving us a running commentary. Dada, dada means dada, but it also means mama, grandma, grandpa.
No way.
And many other words. So here's a rough translation of what he's saying. Where are my cousins? I want to play with them. For the latter half of July, Eric and Annalisa were up there, and Eric sent along his photographs. He took this, which we really appreciated because it showed the new rug and the two new blue chairs. But the big deal was the delivery of the boulders, and here's what Eric filmed for us. Our contractor was Travis Snyder, and he used his excavator to put each one of these boulders in place. He also put in the stone staircase there, and he did a really great job. The retaining wall extends all the way around in a horseshoe shape to stabilize this section up above. And up on top, he leveled it and then added some topsoil so that if we want to grow something there, we can. On the other end of the house, on the west side, he put in this smaller retaining wall, which also looks very nice. We asked him about putting in a garage, and he suggested this location, and we said that sounded good. So he cut a short driveway over to it and then leveled it and created a building pad so that we can pour a concrete slab there. And speaking of concrete, our concrete sub told us that he could start on the flatwork in October. So here he is setting out his forms with his steel rebar and his bubble wrap, and this is extending around both sides of the patio, then down at the bottom of the stairway extending along the entire lower side of the house. And then he poured concrete. This is what this carport slab looks like at the front of the house, and the walkways that go by the patio, and the walkway that leads down to the stone staircase, and then these walkways that extend all the way along the lower side of the house, and then they come back up and lead back over to the house and wrap around to the front of the house. I got a surprise phone call in December. The concrete sub said that the weather had cleared and that he could pour a garage slab for us. I said, go for it. And so they got out there and cut it and created their forms and put in their rebar and their bubble wrap. And then they poured it and covered it with black plastic to help it cure. And then they stripped that off, and here's the concrete slab for the garage. The final thing to happen was Willie Byers, our general contractor, installed the handrail that goes along the stone staircase there. And in these views you also can see how nice the stonework is on the wall, as well as how nice the stone staircase is and how well they all tie together. So that's our report. I think that'll probably be all on construction of the cabin, but there'll probably be more as we get further things done inside and we get it ready for a family reunion, which we hope to have if the pandemic gets under control.